Hello, it's me again. Okay, I was just sitting here thinking, like, I pulled all this stuff out of the box. I pulled these containers out of the box, but yeah, I didn't really explain, like, there's one purple container, there's one green container and it's probably kind of confusing about, like, how many you use, how it all works. So I'm going to try to give, like, a quick rundown of the containers and how you use them. I got my book out from Hammer and Chisel kind of to explain how this one works. It has this quiz that you take and you get points like what's your gender. If you're female, you get 1 point. If you're male, you get two. Don't let that go to your head. It has to do with your calorie intake. So I would get one. I'm going to go ahead and do mine over here. So let me write this down. Okay, so I got 1 point. And then the next one is what's your weight. I'm not going to say, but if you get either one between 1 and 6 points depending on what your weight is. So I get another 1 point. Okay, and then you total. Okay, and then it's your current activity level, not including your workouts. So if you're like me and you're inactive, like I literally sit in this spot on the couch like all day long, you get a -1. So that kind of takes away one of my points already. If you are like a restaurant, like a waiter or a waitress or something like where you're on your feet and kind of moving around, you're not super, super active, but you're still kind of active, then you get no points. If you're very active, like a construction worker or something where you're really putting effort and moving a lot, then you get a point. Okay. And then your goal. If you want to lean out, you subtract points. If you want to maintain your current weight, you don't add anything. And if you want to build muscle, which I'm going to say I want to build muscle, you add one. So I got a total of 2 points in that little quiz. Number doesn't matter. It's not important. But anyway, so then you have over here, and you look at that. You can't see this on the video very well. Anyway, you have your points, and if you have one or less, you're on plan A, and the plans go from A to H. And so the calorie range is 1,200 to 3,599. So there's a huge range of calories that you could be assigned for this. So I get plan A, which is 1,200 to 1,499. So let's write down plan A. 1,200 to 1,499. And this is actually the same result I got when I was doing 21-day fix. I'm little and I don't move all day, so my calorie intake is low. Okay. So that assigns you your calorie intake. The next page is the calendar. Dang it. Hold on. I should have prepped myself. Okay. There it is. Okay, so here's the chart, which you're not going to be able to see, but I'm going to show you anyway. There is the chart. Okay, so for plan A, which is what I am on, I get 3 greens a day, 2 purples, 4 reds, 2 yellows, 1 blue, 1 orange, and 2 teaspoons. It doesn't come with teaspoons because I assume, and everyone else assumes, you have own teaspoons. If you're on plan H, which is the really high calories, then you're eating 10 greens a day, 6 purples, 9 reds, 8 yellows, 1 blue, 1 orange, and 9 teaspoons. That's a lot of food. So anyway, so once you get that figured out, and then it has little tally sheets which are helpful. You could use these, you can create your own, you can find some online. I found some really cool stuff on Pinterest. Anyway, so you would keep track of your containers for the day. Then of course it's going to have pages that are going to be like, this is a vegetable, and it tells you what a serving size is, and it does the same for fruit and all the other containers. If you're a vegan, there is online a different food list. It's slightly altered because as a vegan, our proteins are not fish or chicken or goat. There's goat. Anyway, we don't have the same thing. So there's a different one online that you can look at, a vegan food guide, which it swaps some things around, like some of your. It also changes your number of containers actually if you're vegan. So if you can't find that, let me know. But it changes things like some of your beans, which are included somewhere, unless the beans are all included in the proteins now. Anyway, it changes things. It changes the whole list, and it takes a lot of the thinking out of it, which makes things easier. Okay, and then there's recipes in the back. Here's a chicken recipe, a vegetable soup recipe, and the recipes will tell you how many, like this frittata is one green and one red per serving, so it tells you. There's a sweet potato. That looks good. Anyways, so they're pretty easy to follow. Basically, what I was doing for ease was I would see how many containers I needed per day, and then I would like separate them into different meals and be like, okay, I'm gonna eat a fruit and a protein, which is Shakeology, and half a banana. That would be my breakfast, and that would use those for the day. And then lunch would be vegetables, so some greens and some purple. I'd do some fruit and a grain and maybe a protein, and that would use those. And you could divide them up that way, or you can just kind of like use them as you go. You can be like, okay, I'm hungry for this, and this is these containers. So yeah. I hope I covered it and it made sense. I don't know. I'm trying. But so yeah, these containers, they're easy to use and they're incredibly helpful. Even if you think you eat amazing, you would probably still benefit from this because everybody thinks I eat super amazing, but using these containers really changed things for me. I saw not I didn't just see changes, I felt better too. So you'd be surprised what these silly little colored containers can do. So anyway, so there's another video for you trying to explain the food containers. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. Bye.